So, as I have already told you, we have learned that ammonia, being a very toxic compound, has to be excreted through in the form of an excretory product which is less toxic or less harmful, and that's why it is excreted in the form of urea. But even before, of course, it's excreted in the form of a very least toxic compound like urea, but still, before it's being converted into urea, it has to ammonia has to transport from one body part to the other. Specifically, it has to go finally to the liver, where the urea cycle then change it into urea. So during this transportation, there is because of the ammonia being very lethal, it has to be then converted into a compound which is not harmful, so that its circulation from one body part towards the liver can take place without any problem. So that's why the nature have devised in our body that ammonia is transported towards the liver in the form of compounds which are not harmful. So there are two mechanisms available in us, in the humans. First is through the activity of glutamine synthase, which of course form the glutamine, and a very important amino acid, and through the formation of alanine, again a very important amino acid. And then these compounds are converted into ammonia in the urea in the liver. Skeletal muscles are very important here, that because these are the body parts in which most of the, I must say, metabolism occur, because they are very highly active parts. So as a result of this, many of the intermediate compounds which will be formed, they will be formed in the skeletal muscle, and from there they will be moved towards the liver. But keep in mind, skeletal muscle is not the only tissue types from which the compounds are taken to the from the different amino acids carrying the ammonia are taken to the liver. Other body parts also involved, but skeletal muscles have much more significant role here. So first of all, let's say the glutamine formation. Ammonia combines with the glutamate. Glutamate actually is a compound which have a very pivotal role in the metabolism of amino acid. It forms ammonia and glutamate then gives rise to the formation of glutamine. Now, glutamine from the skeletal muscle can easily be transported towards liver, because glutamine is not harmful for our body. So the glutamate combines with ammonia to give rise to the formation of glutamine. This glutamine comes into the liver, and here it is then again through the activity of the glutaminase enzyme converted into a glutamate, and then this glutamate, after the glutamate dehydrogenase activity, because of the oxidative deamination of glutamate, you get the ammonia, and thus this ammonia now can easily be converted into urea through the urea cycle in the liver. In this way, the conversion of glutamate into glutamine then prevent the body from the harmful effect, while ammonia have to move from the different body parts, specifically from the skeletal muscles, towards the liver. Then another very important amino acid which is involved in the transportation of ammonia is alanine, that glucose during the process of glycolysis, which takes place very frequently in your skeletal muscles, because your skeletal muscles are one of the most highly active tissues in your body. So they convert glucose into pyruvate, and also at the same time you also see that in the Krebs cycle or TCA, trans-carboxylic acid cycle, succinyl-CoA is also formed. So both pyruvate and succinyl-CoA also can give rise to the formation of, let's say, ammonia. For instance, the pyruvate which is formed, it is converted into through the transamination process in the alanine. The alanine then, because it contains an ammonia, it goes into the liver because alanine is a harmless amino acid, so there is no problem in the movement of ammonia in the form of alanine towards the liver. Then alanine, through the process of alanine aminotransferase, is converted into glutamate, and then glutamate through the activity of glutamate dehydrogenase is converted to ammonia, and the ammonia is again excreted in the form of urea because of the urea cycle. So in this way, alanine is also used here along with the glutamine for the very safe transportation of the ammonia towards the liver. Then there is also a glucose alanine cycle. You know that in the skeletal muscles, for instance, glucose gives rise to the formation of pyruvate, and pyruvate, after the transamination reaction, gives rise to the alanine. Alanine goes to the liver, and the alanine again change into pyruvate to give rise to glutamate. So in this way, alanine and pyruvate are cycled. Pyruvate converted into alanine, alanine converted into pyruvate, and in this way, in doing this, getting rid of the ammonia by the conversion of the alanine into glutamate, which after deamination gives rise to urea, which is excreted from the body. In this way, alanine cycle is also, or alanine pyruvate cycle, is a very, interesting feature of the urea cycle, or of the removal of the ammonia from our body.